comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Gets around him. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27.
The left side complete to Troutman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Kamara up the middle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
From the 10.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Brissett now.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd and very short, Brissett. He's got Njoku over the middle.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
P.J. Williams with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Lutz now to kick this one away.
From the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you are inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns set to take over.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. Get them
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. First down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Saints continue to pull away here in this first half.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And again, it's Chubb. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to take possession. Of the football.
Following the interception, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here's Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.